If you guys didn't know, which you probably don't, August is my favorite month of the entire year. There's just something very special about August. The forests and mountains are steeped in this warm, summery air. The rains are fewer, the days are still long, the sunsets are pink, and time slows down just a little. Enough for me to savor these days and fall a little bit more in love with life. There's this stream by my house that I've been meaning to explore, so that's what I did today. And sometimes I think life is just like a stream. There's a force drawing it to some palpable end, and along the way there are rocks and fallen branches and gorges and boulders and logs, but the stream finds a way around them, under them, and over them. The stream doesn't control where the obstacles go, it flows regardless, and sometimes it needs a bit of help from the rain, and that's it. And these obstacles help create this beautiful natural tapestry. Magnificent slabs of stone are carved by years of running water. There's huckleberry trees that sprout from the ground, and tiny waterfalls and swimming holes are formed. There's places where the stream runs faster and bubbles, and then there's places where it slows down and grows still in the shade of a tree. What is life, honestly, if not a little stream that is only made more beautiful by the twists and turns and boulders in its way? When I was really depressed as a teenager, I would skip class and go to the stream near my school, and when I watched the water run steadily over the rocks and listened to the sound of the brook, it was honestly the only thing that could lighten the heavy emotions that I felt, even if it was just by this tiny bit. And that meant so much to me because it's almost like a shred of light shining through very dense and dark clouds. It was proof that there was light out there after all, and that I could feel better, and that maybe someday in the future I would be quite okay. And even these days when I feel guilty just doing nothing or even enjoying my time in nature, I try to remember just how sad I was a few years ago, and that I honestly owe it to myself to just let myself enjoy life and be happy in this moment, because these are the moments that I honestly dreamt of. The perfect place for a photo shoot. I don't know, like, am I crazy? I feel like this could be such a cute little nature photo shoot moment. Something I like to do is that I like to pretend that this, like, I like to imagine what this place would be like if you were like this small, you know? It would be such a sick place, and you can like cliff jump from there and like maybe even jump from there. I don't know, am I crazy? Like, I just like to pretend like if I was like really small, how fun this place would be. I also want to share some activities that I have done lately that have genuinely helped me just get out of my own head. And I think honestly the main theme of this video is just gonna be getting out of your own head. I mentioned this in the previous video, but my friend got me really into macrame jewelry, and there's just something so nice about doing something with your hands. I watched a video about how doing things with your hands, or doing things like with physical objects, it's really soothing, and it kind of makes you feel more alive, more grounded, honestly, because physical objects and materials, they have limitations, right? Like, if you're always in your own head, if you're always engaged in a lot of academic thinking, which tends to happen to me when the school year starts, because I'm also very focused on my academics. I'm always like thinking, I'm gonna write this like really good essay, always like thinking about like all these different concepts. But the thing with that is that it doesn't have a limit necessarily, and it gives you the false sense of like, oh, I can do anything. But when you're doing simple things like sweeping the floor or doing like chores, it actually reminds you of our limitations as human beings, and sometimes like pushing up against our limits. That is honestly the best feeling in the world, at least for somebody like me, because I tend to overthink a lot, and the times that I have felt the most clarity, the times that I have felt the most alive was when there was a limitation. It's actually like very contrary to what you would expect, right? Because everyone's chasing freedom. Everyone's like, yeah, I want to have all these options, I want to have all the free time in the world to do all these things. But conversely, I think when you're free to do everything you want, everything feels more meaningless. I don't think you feel necessarily more alive just because you have the freedom to do all these different things. I think when I feel more alive, when I feel more in the moment, is when the world, the physical world around me, the world that I cannot control, has given me a limitation in some way, has, you know, narrowed down my path or shifted my day into this avenue, and I have to work with what I have. And when that happens, I feel more alive because I feel like I'm grounded in reality, and reality is a lot of limitations because we're only human beings, right?
Lammy boy is coming home from BFP. We've a bunch of purple flowers to decorate to Mammy's hero. Morning in the aerodrome, the weather warm, the heat is colder.
Hi, I'm just sat here on this tree as the sun is setting. This is my view. But yeah, I just had a few things I wanted to talk about. I woke up honestly feeling pretty shit, and I don't know if anyone relates to this, but I feel like sometimes when I just have so much things like I think I need to do, like there's nothing actually pressing that I have to accomplish, but it just feels like I have all these projects and all these things that I have to do, and I feel like I'm not doing enough, and it just all like becomes so much like made up stress. Like I say made up stress because it's just me overthinking things. And then when I wake up in the morning, I feel actually so stressed out. I don't want to leave my bed. And if I have my phone by me during these times, it literally results in me going on Facebook Marketplace or scrolling or doing something really random for like the first hour of the day, because I just can't wake up and face the day. Like I don't know why, because I think I have so many expectations for myself and I put so much pressure on myself to accomplish all of these things. And the funniest part is like I know that, like I don't know, like I know I'm not like a soldier, like I'm not a doctor. I just made up all these goals for myself, so you know it's not that deep. But I just want to come out here and say this in case like anyone relates to this, like in case any of my like troubles or whatever makes someone feel a little bit better about themselves or feel a little bit more seen. But yeah, it's like sometimes I feel quite stupid because I get so stressed out about all these things. And like yes, there are things that most young people are stressed about, like finding a job or what to do after graduation. I think, you know, I'm not trying to like belittle my problems, because yeah, they are problems that a lot of people have, and a lot of people feel like they're not doing enough, and a lot of people get sucked into this productivity culture nonsense. But at the same time, I'm also fully aware that these aren't like real problems, in the sense that like yes, I'll still have food on my plate and a shelter, and I'm not like out here trying to save lives or do anything crazy. And then I overthink even more, and I'm like, wait, why am I such an overthinker? Like I overthink about being an overthinker. It's just unnecessary. Like guys, just don't ever like overthink about that. But yes, I overthink about being an overthinker, and I'm like, why am I like this? Why am I always like needing to control my life, always having these goals? Like why? And it becomes an even bigger deal. I feel like I was struggling a lot with that this morning, just to be completely honest. Especially like I'm so uncomfortable doing nothing, guys. I think it's the truth. I've been like this since I was like 14, 15 years old, so I think it's like really hard to shake off for me. But yeah, it's like, yes, it's summer break for me. Like I feel like, I don't know, I feel like these days people forget like what a break is. And trust me when I tell you, like during finals I was just praying, like just dreaming about being back where I grew up, being back in the forest, enjoying summer, not having to write like 3 essays in 2 days, not having to stay up until 3 a.m. studying. You know, like when I'm super busy with school and with the other things and applying to shit, like I'm just dreaming of moments like these, and then I get moments like these and I enjoy them for like a week or so, and then I get back into the, I feel like I'm doing nothing with my life and I feel like I'm not being good enough. And you know, it's just I don't know, it's just so stupid because I'm also so aware of it all. And it's just like, yes, why don't I just actually enjoy life? Like why do I have to be an overthinker with everything? I don't know, sometimes I get so envious of people who are very carefree. And sometimes like when I get into my like spiraling whatever overthinking moods, I'm just like, I just want to be like Smiley Bone from the Bone series, where he's just like really chipper and cheery all the time. And like, honestly, life isn't that deep. Like, it isn't. And you can just go about life like laughing and having fun. And sometimes I'm like, why is that so hard for me? But at the end of the day, I'm not Smiley Bone. That's literally a cartoon character. At least for now, I think I should probably accept myself a little bit more for who I am, just that I'm a bit more of an overthinker. I am a bit more sensitive to change, that I have like all these character flaws or weaknesses or whatnot, and that's perfectly okay because it gives me more, I guess, enriching experiences in life. And even just if I'm able to make one person feel less alone in their experiences, if they're also someone who's super sensitive like me, someone who overthinks about a lot of things, someone who puts a lot of pressure on themselves, like if they just feel a tiny bit less alone, I think, you know what, I've done my job on this earth. I'm back in the forest during daylight, and I'm just here honestly to see how light works and how light actually comes through the trees, which is probably not a good idea because I literally didn't wear my contact lenses, so I'm blind today. And ignore my brother in the back. I feel like honestly I'm a little bit too, not whatever, but too not observant enough with like my paintings and how I go about them, and I think I want to be a little bit more like technical about these things. So I'm practicing these days, at least, like noticing how things work and how light actually works. And yeah, we can love. We can love. We can love. And the birds will sing our song in Halcyon. Hi guys, I'm just back in my house working on some art right now, and I just started this piece today, which I wanted to be more impressionist because I just wanted to paint something for myself, and I just wanted to like wrap up the video here. Honestly, I have so many more activities that I would like to share with you guys. It's just that if I wanted to do that, I would have to, I mean, first of all, the video would be way too long, and I mean, I would spend ages editing, and I don't even know, like, I feel like I'm just getting into being actually good at making videos and good at filming things, and I'm such a beginner in this area. I feel like I need to like take it one step at a time. But yeah, there are a lot of other things that I like to do that really help bring me to the present moment and help me feel like I'm alive, and I might make a part 2. I also think like a big point about like these activities or these things is that I never force myself to do it, or like I never really like, you know, have a set schedule and like make myself do this so I can improve myself and blah blah blah. And I think that's like the whole point about like some activities, just you just do them to like enjoy life. And that is how you feel more present, because if we're constantly doing things just for the sake of getting somewhere, I think we're never fully immersed in the present moment. And I just wanted to add one last note about reading, which is something that I do quite often, but to be very honest, I don't think I read enough. Like, as in, I'm not the kind of person who'd be finishing like 50 books in a year. That was me when I was in like 7th, 8th grade, but now I don't even know if I read like 10 books a year. Like, I'm constantly reading something, but I don't finish a lot of books, first of all, because I think I'm really picky, and I'm also a slow reader. Like, it takes me eons to get through a book or to listen to an audiobook. But I think the point isn't, like how many books you're reading, right? Like, I'm not out here to brag about my Goodreads or brag about how many books I read in a year, because at the end of the day, who gives a shit? No one cares, right? So yeah, I feel like with activities like this, it's better not to like count them, like try to like get somewhere with it, because that's really not the point, guys. Like, especially reading for leisure, it's not about like reaching your reading goal for the year, because who cares if you just force yourself to finish 10 really bad books, didn't remember anything, didn't like care about it, didn't receive any like wisdom from it, didn't enjoy it even. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of these things, especially with reading, I'm just trying to take it at my own pace and do things just because I want to do it. And strangely enough, when I don't force myself to do anything, I actually end up doing more things. When I don't have the pressure to accomplish things, I actually gravitate toward those things more, instead of like procrastinating forever before getting to like editing a video or painting something or reading something, because I feel like it's gonna be this like huge thing and I need to be perfect. But if I don't have that expectation, if I don't, have a goal that I need to reach, and I just do these things because I like doing them, I actually end up doing them more. So yeah, I feel like that's just the note that I wanted to end on, and I'll definitely make another video like this if people find it helpful. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys sometime soon.